everybody, I'm Amy from Body Fit by Amy, and today I'm going to show you 3 quick exercises that are great to do after you've had a baby. So specifically after a C-section, but really after any pregnancy. This is how we're going to get strong in our core again. So I'm about 8 weeks after my C-section and not feeling very strong, but these specific exercises are a way to ease back into it and get that strength back. So the first one I'm going to show you, you're starting in a seated position. And we're just gonna start nice and tall. So even holding this, I can tell that I don't have the strength that I used to. So I want you to start really slow, go at your own pace. If you're further along in your postnatal journey, I'm gonna show you some options that you can take it up a notch. But we're gonna start here, hands underneath the legs. And you're just gonna slowly roll back really small and then pull that belly button in to bring it back up. So what we want to focus on is using those lower deep abs, our transverse abdominis. So it's the deepest layer underneath our main layer of what we call the six-pack. So imagine there's a string pulling your belly button through your back as you come up. So just really small and bring it up. So try to really focus on using the abs and not the hip flexors or your back. So we're starting here, and maybe you can just go this far. Hands are here just for balance, but if you get back there and you're feeling too much in your back or not feeling strong, you can pull yourself up a little bit. So it's a little bit of help just so we take it slow. If you're feeling good about this, the more advanced version is to take those hands up here and then bring up over the head. I like to bring them up so you really feel long and strong in the core. So again, lower it back and bring it up. As you get stronger, you can increase the range of motion, go down further, or go more reps. So that's our starting one. So our next one, we're gonna go down on our back. So try to take it from the side and slowly come down. Sometimes it's hard to go right back down like we used to pre-pregnancy. Ooh, hard for me. So the next one is just a pelvic tilt. So again, a great way to activate those TVA, transverse abdominis. So I want you to think, again, pulling the belly button through, but imagine that you're pulling your hips towards your rib cage. So you can barely even see it, but I'm pulling my hips up towards the rib cage while I pull the belly button down. So again, trying to really connect with those deep muscles. So if you feel your glutes tightening, you feel like you're squeezing your butt, you can take those knees out just a bit. That's gonna help take that out of it. So this is a little bit harder. So pelvic tilt, again, trying to imagine. I like to kind of put my hands on my hips so you can kind of feel as they come up. Feels like you're not doing much, but this motion is really important for getting those abs back. We don't want to jump back into our traditional abs right after pregnancy because we got to rehab some of those muscles, especially if you've had a C-section and you've been cut, like me. You really want to make sure that you take it slow. So pelvic tilt, pulling the belly button in, pushing that lower back into the ground, making sure you're not using your glutes, hips to rib cage. One more I'm going to show you. We're going to turn over onto our stomach. So a little variation on our traditional plank. So we're here. Hands are just about shoulder width apart. Feet are here. I have my toes into the ground. So I'm going to show you a couple different options. You're going to bring your feet up. And so just pulling, again, think hips to ribs. So pulling my hips towards my rib cage. I'm going to lift. I'm going to hold just 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower my hips and then slowly lower my toes. So if that feels like too much, again, maybe you're just coming back after your C-section like me, you can take it even smaller and just kind of barely pull up. You don't have to get up super high and you don't have to hold super long. The goal would be as we get stronger, we would hold for longer, maybe 10 seconds, maybe eventually 15, and then work our way back into that plank. So again, hands here, toes here, pull the feet in, pull the hips towards the ribs, lift, pulling that lower back towards the sky, hold for a couple counts, slowly lower in the hips, slowly lower down. So if you're really focusing on those lower deep abs, this is gonna feel really hard. For me, I don't think I could go to a regular plank right now, but that's what we're gonna work our way up to. But again, we wanna start rehabbing those muscles before we start working them hard. One more time, pull them in, pull that belly button in, hips to ribs, press the lower back up, 3, 2, 1, slowly lower the hips and slowly lower down. And again, like the pelvic tilt, you want to make sure you're not squeezing in the glutes. Really make sure it stays deep in those abs. I'm going to slowly turn over. So there you go. So those are 3 that you can start working on your own. Start small, maybe a couple sets of 5. You can do them anytime throughout the day. I like to do them when I have my baby doing tummy time, so we're both on the floor together. And then as you get stronger, you can increase your reps, and then on that plank, increase your time.